My name is Travis Lilly, and I was 15 years old when I first attended Bethel Harvest Church. I was a sophomore at East Jessamine High School. This is how my life was before Bethel. I grew up my whole life. I'd been living in trailer parks, and the place where I lived, and I still live at the time, the place where I was just really wasn't a good place. All the friends that I had that lived there, all the kids that lived there, they were all into the wrong things. Really, I kind of pushed myself away from it. I like to stay in my house a lot, which kind of reflected on how I lived here at school. I was never the popular kid. I didn't really reach out and make friends a lot because I knew so many of the people that went here, so many of the people that were around me. They were all the same way. They liked to smoke and drink, and I wasn't into all that. But the friends that I did have, they weren't a good influence on me either. You know, I had a friend in my classes that invited me to a lock-in over at Bethel Harvest Church for the youth. After a few minutes of hanging out with them, and I didn't know anybody, so I'm nervous, but I just, I followed him around like you do with your friends whenever you go someplace. And I met people that they were interested in me. They weren't, wanting to know if I liked what they liked so that then we could be friends. They wanted to know what I liked because they wanted to get to know me. They wanted to have a sense of who I was. And that's something that I never had before. And I remember I was still nervous, but after 3 weeks, I remember Pastor preaching. I don't remember what it was on, but God had been moving in me, and I might not have realized it, but I kept on coming back. There was something drawing me back, and I remember Pastor just asked, we had the salvation call and the altar call, and he asked, raise your hand if you want to give your life to God, and I found my hand going up. I came back here over to my school, and I'm telling all my friends, I'm like, yo, guys, I just went to church. I've been going for like a month now, and I think I'm gonna be a Christian. I think I'm gonna give my life to Jesus. And they're all like, man, what are you talking about? You can't do that. It's like, there's no possible way that you're gonna be able to, turn your life around and become a Christian and follow God. There's no way that you're gonna be able to quit cursing. There's no way that no, Travis, you can't do it. So I just started to volunteer. I started to serve more. And so then I found myself up at the church, 3 or 4 days a week, just serving, like, okay, what can I do, or how can I help out, and whether it be, cutting up papers or, whatever, whatever you need me to do, I'm gonna do. And so then I found myself joining ministries. Like I joined the TV ministry, and I got plugged into that. I've been in that since, right after I joined, basically. And I'm going on 4 years now here at Bethel, and it's still this amazing thing. Just being able to serve. Now I'm working, I'm working other ministries. I'm helping with the youth now. I'm doing some things with the KOC, and man, once I really found out, now I really discovered that it's not about me, looking out for me, but it's about me looking out for others. Then my life started to change, and I'm not helping myself, but I'm out here helping other people, and I'm out here giving to other folks. I'm out here, just putting myself to the side and basically being a servant and just being a vessel for God to use. And I found more people asking me to do more things, and I became reliable. And I hadn't been reliable before in my life. I mean, before, God, it was all about me. But, after getting that concept, not me, but them, and doing it for the kingdom, because that's what it's all for. It's all for a greater cause. You can be a good person, you can help on earth, but I mean, and I don't do it for the rewards in heaven, but I do it to reach out and just to minister to people. And I mean, that's my favorite part about it, is being able to, have that mindset that, I'm gonna help them, but I'm not gonna help it to make myself look good so I can put it on a resume or people can give me praise. But I'm gonna do it because they need it. Without Bethel, I wouldn't have my relationship with God, and that would just, that throws it all off. And, it's only about the grace of God that I was able to find Bethel. If it wasn't for him, he's the one who called our pastors to ministry. He's the one who set this whole thing up. And it was all a big plan for, not just my life, but the lives of everybody in the congregation, everybody, who, watches on Bethel Live, everybody who's seen us on TV, people that we affect on our day-to-day lives. There have been hard times in my life that if I didn't have Bethel, if I didn't have this family, this congregation of people, to surround me and help me get through them, then really I don't think I could have made it. And there were times where, I doubted God. And but I still come to church, and but I was having issues, and just the church alone. The church isn't the building, the church is the people, and the people, just telling me, it's gonna get better. You just keep on pressing, you just keep on looking, And without that, without this place, I wouldn't have been able to make it to where I'm at. I wouldn't be able to, you know, help people the way I help them. I wouldn't be able to I wouldn't have the joy. I wouldn't be able to, you know, have the peace that I have without it.